Hey, Flosstube, it's Dawn with the Mindful Needle. Welcome back. It's Wednesday, August, 19th. Oh my gosh, can't believe August is going by so quickly. Hopefully, this will be okay. I am sitting in my favorite stitching chair in my four-season room with the windows wide open because it's like 75 degrees and just absolutely gorgeous. But there have been a lot of planes going over and it's trash day, so I've heard some garbage trucks. So hopefully it won't disturb my video too much. I know I'm a day later than I usually post. Yesterday, it's been an absolutely insane week for me. And yesterday, my parents invited me to go out shopping with them for the day. And as they're getting up there, I'm not sure how much time I'm going to have left with them, so I figured I better go. And we had a really great time, and in fact, I got a couple of things that I picked up in a couple of the antique stores that we stopped into, and to show you. So it was a good time. So that's why I'm a day late, but better late than never, right? So um, I want to welcome my new subscribers. I can't believe how many new subscribers I've gotten, and welcome back to all of those of you who had subscribed previously. Glad to have you. Glad you came back to join me. And let's get started. So, my week. So, after I uploaded last week's video, I got a call from, no, I got a text from my husband telling me that the tree service had called him back. About a month ago, we had a storm. We had a huge limb come down out of the tree in our backyard, and it was down over the fence into the neighbor's yard. And the neighbor, after a week, came out and took a panel out of his privacy fence, shoved the limb back over on our side, and put his fence back up. So we started calling as soon as we noticed the limb was down, and it took almost 2 weeks before even one tree service called us back. It was crazy. And they came out, they gave us an estimate. My husband had a mini heart attack when he heard how much it would be to take the tree out, because there was a lot of dead in it and it was pretty bad, and we were just afraid that it would come down either on our garage or the neighbor's garage or even our house, our four-season room here, and just didn't want to deal with that. So we called the tree service back and said, yeah, let's do it. Well, a week and a half goes by again. So it's been over a month since this limb has come down, and they just got a hold of him on Tuesday and said, yeah, we want to come tomorrow. So he calls me to let me know, or texts me, and I'm like, okay, I guess we got to do it. So I had to go out. I had to dig up. I have some sedum planted along my driveway, and I had to dig that up so that they would be able to bring the big truck into my backyard so they could get the cherry picker up so that they could. Oh, it was insane watching them take that tree down. But they took that one down. We had a small red bud here alongside of the room that was mostly dead, so they took that one down as well and trimmed a couple of trees out front for us. So hopefully we're all set with trees for a while. So it was just crazy with trees and trying to get everything taken care of, and then I had to get my plants back in the ground so they didn't die, and it's just been nuts. So now I have all of these. I have a whole garden that I had planted underneath that tree for shade, and it's now full sun. So they have to be dug up and moved and new stuff planted, and it's a daunting task. But in other news, there's been stitching this week. Maybe I should say there's been frogging this week. I've done a lot of ripping out. I was working on my new design, which I have finished finally after I tore out the border twice. No, once. I tore the border out once, and then there's two heart motifs, and I tore those out 3 times because I didn't like the colors. So I finally got that all straightened out, and I made it into a pillow this morning, so it's almost a FFO. I just need to sew up the hole at the bottom where I turned it and stuffed it. So you'll get to see that here shortly. Let's see. Oh, we have a winner for my giveaway. Last week I asked you to comment on the video and just let me know what kinds of things you like to stitch on, and I got some great answers. I've got a couple people that like fall just like me, but I'm another one of those stitch all the things kind of people. So if I could have 50 projects at once, I probably would. But so I numbered the comments, and then I used a random number generator, and the winner is Impatient Stitcher from Scotland. I'm so excited. So if you're watching this video, email me. My email will be below, and just either comment on the video or shoot me an email and let me know which pattern you would like. And you can also choose the new pattern once I show it to you if you like that one. That one's available, will be available too. But just let me know which one you'd like, and I'd get that off to you in a PDF format. So instant gratification, you won't have to be too impatient. So congratulations, and I hope to run another contest, another giveaway soon. I haven't got one prepared for this week, but I'll see what I can do for maybe next time. So, all right, let's see. Let's go to whips. I only have one whip because my other whip became an almost FFO. So I have one other whip that I am currently working on. I decided after I tore out my design so many times that I needed something that was just fun. I didn't have to think about it, didn't have to make color choices, was all kitted up, ready to go. So I pulled out my farmhouse bird from Heart and Hand. Her long-legged birds are so cute. And since I just redid my kitchen farmhouse style, I thought this would be cute. So I'm working that up. And here is my current progress. This is one evening's worth of stitching. I just sat and stitched like crazy and just really enjoyed it. So hopefully maybe next week that'll be done, but we'll see, because I still have designs that I'm working on. So, but I needed a break. So that's it for whips this week. I don't have any FOs except for my almost fully finished. So without further ado, oh, I forgot to tell you, the farmhouse bird I'm stitching with the called for floss, and the fabric, it's a 32 count linen, but I'm not sure exactly what it is and what color it is. It was just a leftover piece I had in my stash, and it was the right size and it worked, so there it is. I can't tell you what I'm stitching on, but my design that I just finished is stitched on a 32 count Lugana. It is a gray and white check that I got from the Fat Quarter Shop, and it was just really fun to stitch on it. I have finished it into a small pillow, and I think I'm going to call it a Girl and Her Two Cats sampler because it's kind of a mini sampler. So without further ado, here it is. See that? I'm holding the hole closed at the bottom because and I was very proud of myself. It's the very first time I ever put piping on a pillow. I had some pre-done piping and I was able to get that. So this will be up in my shop within the next day or two. I have to take a picture and everything and get the whole pattern put together, but the chart is finished and it's all ready to go. I just have to put it together. So I'm hoping tonight or tomorrow I will have this up in my shop. So there it is. A Girl and Her Two Cats sampler. All right. That's all I have as far as things I've stitched. Like I said, I'd spent a lot of time ripping out and restitching on that one. And let me tell you, I had that whole entire border was done. And then I decided it wasn't the right purple to go with the fabric I had picked out. So then I had to take it all out. And these are two hearts, came out 3 times. And I actually changed the color of the top of her dress. It was a pink, but once I did these hearts, I didn't like this pink with it. So ripped it out. At least it's a small area, but ripped it out and redid it, and that's just all part of the designing process. It's part of the game. You got to do it. So, all right, I guess the only other thing I have to show is haul, and let's start with what I picked up. I've got it sitting here next to me. Picked up at the antique store. I was walking around and I came by this shelf and this was just sitting there, and I don't know what it just called to me, and I'm like, I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for, but I'll use it for something. It's this burlap with this pretty lace on it, and it's a good amount of the burlap. So I'm not sure where I'm going to use it, but it just called to me and I just had to have it. And since it was only, I think, $3, I was like, I think I could afford that. So I picked that up. And I'm a sucker for buttons, an absolute sucker, especially if they're white buttons or, off-white antique buttons. And this might be hard to see because they're taped in this plastic container, which is just, it's old, it's hard to see through, but I've got a whole thing of buttons to add to my button collection. There's a couple of dark buttons in there, but mostly the white buttons, the white antique buttons. I love these. They're fun to put on your cross stitch or just put in a jar and sit on the shelf, and I like to look at them. So that's what I got yesterday while I was out with my parents. And let's see, what else did I do this week? Oh, I went to Joanns. Dangerous, especially when they have a sale. So I'm always on the lookout for things for finishing, and they had a sale on ribbon. Their spools of ribbon were buy 2, get 1 free. So I bought 2 and I got 1 free. I picked up the black gingham, a gray polka dot, and I like the orange polka dot. I was thinking for Halloween or fall would be really cute. So I picked up ribbons real cheap. Oh, I also picked up, I love these. I'm always looking for different ways to finish my pieces. You can only do so many pillows and frame so many things. Sometimes you just need something cute. And I was looking through Joanns online, and I saw these pieces. They call them pallet pumpkins. And they were on super sale. The smaller one I think I paid like $2.50 for, and the bigger one I paid $4 something for. I mean, just cheap. Yeah. So this is a smaller one, and I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is paint it, maybe put a stain over it. I don't want it to be a bright orange. I want it to be a little more grungy, I guess. Look like an older antique pumpkin or something, but I have to figure out exactly how I'm going to do it. But hopefully here in the next week I can get these finished. But I thought, can't you just see a little piece, a little fall piece? I was thinking I have stitched a JBW Designs alphabet pumpkin, and it's small, and I think it's small enough to fit on here, so I could finish it as a flat and attach it to this. So I have to look at getting this finished. So this is the smaller pumpkin. I think they said this one's about 6 inches. So it's a smaller palette pumpkin, and then I love this bigger one. This one's more like 12 inches. So just so you can see the difference. There you go. So yeah, a nice Halloween one on here would be cute. Or another fall. I just thought these would be a cute way to display your finished cross stitch. So I picked these up cheap, and of course, oh yeah, I picked up the fabric that I used on my pillow while I was at Joanns, because all their cotton was 30% off. So of course I go looking through the cotton, and I have started making, things situated, some project bags. Now my sewing skills aren't the best, so I'm not going to show you this real close because I don't want you to see my bunched up threads and everything else. This was actually my first one. They've gotten better, but I'm making project bags just for myself right now. I don't know if I'll ever make them to sell, but working with the vinyl was actually way easier than I thought. As long as you get those wonder clips, they're fabulous. Oh, they just made it so easy. So you need about a yard of fabric to do all of this around the vinyl, plus the zipper strip and the back. And then you just need a fat quarter for the inside. So while I was there, I saw this fabric and I fell in love with it. So all these, whoop, my color just went crazy. It's yellow. So all the bee skeps, and I just thought it was adorable. So I bought a yard of that, and I grabbed a fat quarter for the inside. So that was my haul from Joanns. So I guess this week I need to work on my long-legged bird, my farmhouse bird, and I want to get the spring tree design nailed down. It needs tweaking. It's not where I want it yet, so I gotta finish that one and get started on that summer one. So hopefully that will be what I get accomplished this week. We'll cross our fingers and hope. No more tree problems, no more anything. And I mean, this past Monday for me was shot. I spent half the day on hold trying to get in for doctors. I made an eye doctor appointment. I needed to schedule a mammogram because I was due before COVID hit, and then of course everything shuts down, and what are you going to do? And so I finally got scheduled for that, and then I needed to, my primary care, I'm due to see her this month, so she wants me to have labs done, so I had to get that So I go tomorrow and get my blood drawn, and just like I feel like I'm running here, there, and everywhere like a crazy person. But hopefully, I will have some good stitching time this next week, and hopefully, I'll be back to doing videos on Tuesdays, is what I'd like to do, but we'll see. Tuesdays seem to be working out for me, except for this week, so we'll see how it goes. But like I said, better late than never. At least we're here. So again, congratulations to the impatient stitcher, and I hope if you haven't already that you will subscribe below, that you will hit that like button, and make sure to ring the bell. I heard that's what you got to say, ring the bell, and that way you'll get notified whenever I do upload a new video. So subscribe, ring the bell, like this video, and leave me a comment. I'd love to get to know you. So that's what this is all about, community and getting to know other people and learning from each other and being inspired by each other. That's what I love about Flosstube. I get inspired the more I watch. So let's connect. I love it. So have a great week. And hopefully we'll be back next week and do this all again, and I'll have some new things to show you, and just have a great week. Stay well, be happy, and happy stitching.